Hilton and Best Western. Two worldwide hotel names, but which one really delivers? On the left, Hilton, legendary for consistency and comfort. On the right, Best Western, offering affordable stays with global reach. Let's skip the fancy branding and marketing talk and get to what really matters. We'll award points across 5 major categories, and at the end, you'll see exactly which hotel chain comes out on top. The winner might surprise you. All right, before we jump in scene by scene, here's a little mind map of exactly what categories we're going to be tackling. We're going to look at price, brand trust and reputation, loyalty and rewards, brand variety and global reach, and, last but not least, consistency and guest experience. Each of these points can make or break your hotel experience. So let's walk through them one at a time. Okay, first up, let's talk about price. Not gonna lie, this is where a lot of people start their search, right? So Hilton, yeah, they've got tons of deals if you book direct, and their rewards can cut costs, but here's the catch. Nightly rates are usually on the higher side, and those extra fees, they can sneak up on you. Now, Best Western has a totally different vibe. The average nightly rate is noticeably lower, and if you're traveling on a budget, their brands like SureStay are honestly a lifesaver. Not everything's perfect. Quality swings from place to place, and you don't always snag those swanky extras. But that price difference? Pretty hard to ignore. Yeah, in this round, Best Western takes the win for price. All right, moving on to brand trust and reputation. Hilton, wow, they're basically the gold standard here. Top ratings, a massive trust score, and, the loyal business crowd loves them. Only downside is, some folks think the vibe feels too corporate. Best Western is definitely well known, and people like the value, but there's less consistency. Especially as you move out of their premium spots, sometimes it feels hit or miss. Bottom line, Hilton comes out ahead for trust and reputation. Next up is loyalty and rewards, and this might surprise you. Hilton Honors sounds super fancy, with upgrades and late checkout, right? Tons of places to redeem points, but here's the deal. Lately, the point value has been kind of low, and fees? Not loving those. Plus, the reward system is more complicated than your grandma's old TV remote. Now, Best Western rewards, much simpler, straightforward earn and redeem. And actually, the real-world value from points tends to be a lot better. The elite perks aren't as flashy and fewer dream stays, but you know what? The value is solid, especially if you don't want to mess around with confusing charts. Best Western wins this one for loyalty and rewards. Quick pause here. Did you know Hilton launched 2 new brands in 2025 geared towards lifestyle and value travelers? Seriously, they're not slowing down. Let's talk brand variety and global reach, because maybe you want options, or maybe you want to sleep anywhere on Earth. Hilton has a crazy wide brand portfolio, everything from budget to luxury. Plus, and here's something cool. They launched 2 new brands just this year, in 2025. Over 7,000 properties. So unless you're headed to the middle of nowhere, you're set. The focus is a little more urban and airport, so rural explorers might not love it. Best Western's got 18 brands now, and yes, they are pushing international expansion pretty hard. It's pretty impressive, actually, but the flagship luxury options just aren't there like with Hilton. Experiences tend to bounce around a bit from market to market, So, Hilton is the king here for variety and global reach. All right, last round, consistency and guest experience. If you've ever checked into a Hilton family property, you kind of know what you're going to get. Everything's up to spec, modern rooms, the works. Sure, it costs more if you want that guaranteed feeling, but for a lot of people, that's peace of mind. Now, Best Western? Some properties are awesome, legit. The staff at some spots goes all out. But if you've ever rolled the dice at a random BW, you know the experience can be, unpredictable. Some locations, breakfast is amazing. Others, not so much. Room quality swings too. So Hilton's consistency just blows it out of the water here. So let's just zoom out for a second and take a look at how both Hilton and Best Western stack up, side by side, across all these categories. You can literally see Hilton pulling ahead in trust, consistency, and global reach, while Best Western's crushing it in the price and rewards territory. Here's my take. If you want premium feels, amenities on lock, and a brand you can trust with your next big trip, Hilton is the way to go. But if you're traveling on a budget, or you're all about maximizing your rewards with a little flexibility on consistency, Best Western is honestly a really solid pick. You just got to decide what's worth it for you. Still deciding? Think about what matters most for your stay. Go Hilton for worry-free premium vibes, or snag a Best Western if you want top value on a budget. Happy travel!